everybody. Hi, it's Becky from powertoolswiththread.com. That's my blog. Okay, this is the video for Santa number 4. Santa number 3 had a lot of trouble because I was using the cut files for the Santa, and as you saw, some of them didn't fit, and a couple of people emailed me or put comments or in our Facebook group. Sweet Pea has a disclaimer on their site that the cut files that they provide are the same size as the placement lines, which by themselves are going to be too small. So that is why that happened. If you read the description for the, on their website, you read the description of what the design is all about and whatnot, and you have to click the plus sign to see more, and then you can read the whole description, and there is a line that says that it includes FCM and SVG files, and then below that is the link that will take you to their disclaimer page to tell you that the files are too small. So they need to be enlarged. And that disclaimer is not in the instructions, so you just kind of need to be aware of that. I went through a lot of work this morning to try to enlarge them, and very mixed results. Very mixed results. I did everything from enlarging them individually by 2% in Brother Canvas. I went into Embrilliance even and removed all of the stitches with the exception of the tack down stitches, assuming that that would work. Well, come to find out, and you can see it here on the beard. I like to do my tests just with cutaway stabilizer, okay? So I'm not wasting fabric. This red line right here, okay, is the placement and the tack down for the beard. They are identical in size. And I tried to enlarge the brim. Matter of fact, I did a little glue stick right here with the beard and then did the tack down, and I could just pull it right up because it didn't fit. Here is where I enlarged the brim, and it caught it a little bit. Here is, the only reason that these are on here now is because they're glued. I do hot glue these pieces. Not hot glue, I'm sorry. I use a glue stick on these pieces. But as you can see, none of them, with the exception of a little bit right here because I enlarged the brim by 2%, none of them have the stitches on top of the piece. And this one didn't have it to the point I could just pull it up. So, let me save you a lot of work. Do it the old-fashioned way. Tack down, put your placement stitch on there, just like we did in Santa number 1 and number 2. Put your placement stitch there, throw a little scrap of fabric over it, and cut them out after the tack down. You're just going to save yourself a lot of time and effort. Now, what I did do, though, and I am going to use, on those areas, the pom-pom, the hat brim, and the beard, where it's a white fabric, I am going to use, I cut them out of stabilizer, and that's just real quick and easy to do on the Scan and Cut. It doesn't matter that they're just that they're the exact same size as the placement stitch, but because we are going to put fabric over the top of that, but that gives them enough, it makes them opaque enough not to show the fabric through from the back side. Also, on Santa number 4, the second present is not there, the cut file. The second present is not there. So you were going to have to do it the old-fashioned way using the, put your placement stitch, throw the fabric down over it, do the tack down, and trim around it. So I'm just going to get started right now and get that Santa number 4 stitched out, and I bet we don't have any drama at all. Let's go to the machine. I'm just going to use that stabilizer that I've been playing with all morning. There's no sense in changing it. So I'm going to thread my needle with blue thread, which is going to be the first seam stitch. Here's the placement line for the batting. Didn't clip all the way through. I've got some thread shredding going on here. As a matter of fact, I think I'm using the wrong needle. Pretty sure, yeah, I am. That's at 9014. What is it, baby? What is it? What is it? Oh, you're a good girl. Yeah. Yes, I love you both the same. Yes, I do. You're a good girl. You already ate. Daddy already fed you. What are you doing? Hmm? Now I'm going to put down the background fabric and jump ahead to the tack down on the screen. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh, man. Did you see that? Holy moly. Let's pray I didn't screw up my machine big time. Did I not tighten the needle? Everything looks okay. All right. I'm going to get in here and clean all this out. Let's hope I didn't screw up my timing. Man. Oh, man. Look at that. Oh, hold on. The ability to lift up that plate is one of the beauties, beautiful features of the Luminaire and the Solaris. You don't have to fiddle with screws. So nice. My bobbin was about out anyway. Let me put in a new bobbin. I have a hole in my stabilizer on the back. I have a hole. I'm going to tape another piece of stabilizer right there. There is not a hole in the fabric, so it should be okay. I'm going to use a brand new needle in case that one got bent. I have the stabilizer here. I'm going to get rid of that little knot. I got a knot that probably won't behave. I'm just going to take another piece of stabilizer and tape it right over it. And I bet you this works. I could start all over, but why? There's no problem here. I don't want to start all over because I've already got the batting on. I think we should be okay. I guess I did not have that needle in there tight enough. Let's see if we can keep going on this. Man, I hope I didn't mess up my timing. Oh, jeez. Ooh. Moment of truth. Ooh, look at that. Trim away the bottom of the shirt background. Time for the all over stippling. Placement line for the shirt. Tack down line for the shirt. Need to trim away the top of the shirt. And we need a color change to do the placement line for the hat. Tack down for the hat. I'm going to remove the hoop and trim away the fabric for the hat. Now it's time for the satin stitches for the shoulders and around the hat. All right, I need a color change for the face. I'm going to put down my cut stabilizer. And then I'm going to put down my fabric for the face. I'm going to trim away the face fabric. And now it's time for the placement lines for the pom-pom and the hat band. I'm going to glue down stabilizer pieces that are pre-cut on top of these two areas and then lay fabric over it for a tack down. I'm going to trim away the fabric for the pom-pom and the hat band. Time for the placement line for the beard. Time for the cheeks. Here's the all over stitching for the beard, the hat band, and the pom-pom. We will see you back here in about 15 minutes. I have just a scrap that is just big enough for that present. It's going to be right on the edge. That's okay. Woo! I won't have to trim that side. This is what little scraps are just perfect for. These little bitty pieces of applique where you just need a couple of inches. It's perfect for that. time for the bow on top of this gift. And I'm going to switch back to the silver metallic. Oh, that really came out pretty. All right, I need to change colors to outline for the present, the second present. And this time I have some pretty metallic red thread that would look very nice on there. Okay, you guys, number 4 is all done. He came out pretty cute. I used the metallic thread, the King Star metallic, for a silver bow and ribbon and a red bow and ribbon on the presents. And I'm very pleased with how they turned out. So anyway, all right, one more to go. I will get this video edited and get it out for you. And we'll see you on the next one. You guys go sew something. Bye.